Hey guys, what is going on? Jack from Super String Lacrosse here. Today we take a look at the brand new packs from Powell Lacrosse. So everyone's really familiar with Powell Lacrosse and the products they offer, but something that I wasn't aware of was the brand new product they were just released, which is border mesh. So border mesh is basically, they said, like some of the same technology they used in the original Frontier mesh that you guys saw me do a review of. If you haven't seen that review of Frontier mesh, make sure to click the link in my bio right now, or any of the info cards that pop up on your screen to see that review. But this is the brand new border mesh. Before I open these and get into stringing it up is the awesome and unique packaging. This packaging is different than any other package I've seen, but it still feels like it's super high quality, and it's just really, really nice overall. And some of the, if not the nicest packaging I've ever seen. So border mesh comes in this kind of like blue, navy blue kind of packaging, and border mesh, the whole idea behind it is similar to Hero 2.0. Now, I'm not going to make any claims because I don't know which came out first, Hero 2.0 or border mesh. Border mesh is harder outside, softer inside. So the same thing we saw from East Coast Dye. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to compare a piece of border mesh to the Hero 2.0 to see what the key differences are and what they're really trying to accomplish with. And the cool thing about this, only $15 it retails for, which is a price point that's below the average mesh point, which is awesome because I know it's going to be an elite product, and to offer it only for $15 is just fantastic. So big thumbs up for Powell for doing that. So the package is a tab you just rip open. After examining the mesh, I can feel, it's hard to notice right away, but I can feel the differences between the border, which is supposed to be harder, and then the inside, which is a softer channel. This has kind of the same feel as Frontier mesh, that, you know, grippy, rough coating, but not as intense as Frontier mesh was. But what they really were looking for to do with this was to kind of, obviously making it the borders that hard and the center really soft, is to make sure the ball is going to sit in the same place every time you're playing. So I'm going to be stringing this up with the strings and shooter pack, and then I'll talk about this in a minute too. So I strung up a Powell Pioneer with the brand new border mesh, as well as the new stringing pack, and there's a couple of really unique features I want to talk about with the stringing pack and border mesh before I get outside to testing out. First of all, the border mesh strung up really nicely, a really nice mid-high pocket. So I am familiar with the new Hero 2.0, and one thing I've noticed different between Hero 2.0 and the border mesh is, first of all, the border mesh only comes in one version. It doesn't have a semi-hard, semi-soft, and it's a semi-like hard, semi-soft mesh. It's kind of in between, but the grip is fantastic on the Powell mesh. It's actually crazy. They took all the best things that I loved about the Frontier mesh in terms of the grip, and they added it to the border mesh. The grip on the border mesh, the texture of the weave is absolutely insane in terms of the grip it gives you when you're playing and the feel it gives you in control. So Powell definitely did something right when they manufactured the weave of this mesh, because it works out really nicely. But in terms of the stringing pack, before I get outside and start testing this out, I want to talk about the different features a stringing pack offers. So the stringing pack comes with a lot of things. It comes with one bottom lace, 3 shooter laces, 3 550 paracord strings, 3 325 paracord strings, and 4 sidewall top strings, as well as 2 shooter cords. So it comes with like 6 different kinds of strings in the pack, and there's a lot of different options. So, you know, we've seen on Powell, they did the videos where sometimes they string with paracord, whether it be a top string, sidewall, whatever. So they give you some paracord so you can use that as an option. I decided to use the thicker paracord, the 550 paracord, as a nylon, because I think it's just going to be awesome in terms of the release you're going to get and the feel you're going to get when it's hitting off that nylon. But after I was done, I just strung a very typical 9-diamond top string. Just use sidewall strings for the top string, sidewall for the sides, and then just 1 shooter and 1 nylon, as well as the bottom string. So I was left with 2 other shooting strings, as well as 2 550 paracord strings, and then all 3 of my 325 paracord strings. Keep in mind that the price of this is also only $12, so you're getting far more strings than you get with any other stringers pack on the market, and you're getting it for a lower price because this is only $12. And I can guarantee you, in terms of the paracord string, those things do not break at all, so they're going to last for a while. And the sidewall string feels really strong. I really like the weave, and I really like the way it cuts, and sturdy altogether, and I didn't have any problems with it bunching up or tangling or anything like that. The shooter string is very similar to any typical shooting string on the market right now. It's very soft, and the weave is super nice. Nothing too crazy there. But I was really impressed with the Powell products. And considering their so low price, it's really crazy to think that they can offer it on the market for such a low price for such high quality products. But I'm going to be outside testing this out for a little bit. I'll bring you guys along and show you me shooting with the stuff, and then I'll come back in here after about a week or so of testing and finalize the review. guys, so now we're going to finalize the review of the Powell border mesh as well as the Powell stringing kit. In all areas you can be looking for a mesh or for strings, Powell really nailed it in a lot of those areas. In terms of pricing, you can't beat the pricing that Powell's offer, which comes in significantly cheaper than some of your other high-scale lacrosse meshes on the market. Including the stringing pack, which comes in significantly cheaper than some of the other stringing packs on the market. Well, the Powell stringing packs also gives you significantly more strings. The Powell stringing pack comes in with the ability to use different forms of paracord or different strings, and by the time you're done stringing your head, you'll still have plenty of different variations left over that you can bring into the next head you're going to be stringing, which is absolutely awesome. The weave of Powell mesh is a lot more aggressive than the Hero 2.0 weave. The Powell border mesh's weave is a lot more rough, like I mentioned earlier, than the original Hero 2.0 weave. What that's going to do is give you a little bit more grip and feel when you are using the Powell mesh than you would have with the regular Hero 2.0. But some people who are typical Hero mesh fans might like the original weave from Hero a little bit better. That being said, you can also feel the difference between the stiff sidewalls and the softer center of the channel, center of the mesh that they offer in border mesh. You can feel it a little bit more than you can in the Hero 2.0, even though in both meshes it does exist, and that's just because the Hero 2.0 mesh is softer than the border mesh is. The border mesh is a little bit of a stiffer piece of mesh, and I would definitely recommend it for someone who's used a semi-soft mesh in the past but had it bag out. I can guarantee you border mesh will not do that. Although it is more of a semi-soft piece of mesh, the extra grip and the rough grip that it gives you really makes it feel more like a semi-hard piece of mesh, which is really awesome because you know you're going to be having the regular feel of semi-soft mesh while giving you the typical control and accuracy of a semi-hard mesh. So all in all, I was super impressed, a lot more than I thought I would be, of the brand new border mesh. And so much so that I'm going to be trying to offer it on my website this summer due to popular request. So I'm going to be offering my website for custom stringing as well as getting full strung heads, pre-strung heads, etc. I'm going to be trying to put it up on my website, and I'm also going to be using some more Powell materials when I'm stringing up heads, because I cannot say enough how much I recommend the border mesh and Powell strings, competing with, if not stealing the bacon from many of the top producers on the market of lacrosse mesh and strings. Powell mesh really did a fantastic job with both their strings and mesh, and I'm really excited to see what else they're going to offer in the future. If you guys want to pick up Powell mesh or Powell strings, I recommend you do. So Powell is all direct to consumer, so if you want to get a piece of Powell mesh or some strings, I'll put a link to their website in the description down below. I highly recommend you guys check out and pick up a piece, their stringing pack and mesh. For the price, it's definitely worth it, and even if it was $5 more, I would still recommend this mesh as one of the top meshes on the market. That goes for the stringing pack too, but considering the price and the quality of these products, it's really, really hard to beat. So definitely make sure to check that out and pick up a piece of mesh and a stringing pack if you haven't already. That's it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more awesome content that we're going to be happening very, very soon.